It has come to my attention that Perky the starling is not actually a starling, even though she looks very much like the pictures I've seen on the internet of starling fledglings. She is in fact a robin. Robins don't get a red breast until about 6 months old. So from this day forth, Perky the starling will be known as Perky the robin. Perky has been living outdoors for a few days now, and has been doing really well. I often see her foraging for food, and I've been regularly going outside to feed her. But on one of those regular feedings, this happened. A cat had sneaked up behind us. I didn't know it was there, and Perky had no idea it was dangerous. Thankfully, she had escaped, but was pretty shaken by this, and she was very skittish for the rest of the day. The following morning, Perky was visibly hesitant. She looked very cold, and was not interested in food. It rained very heavily that morning. This didn't help the situation. Thankfully, Perky hadn't lost her trust in me, but she now wanted to be fed in the trees. And whilst I approved of this decision, it certainly tested my dexterity. The following morning, Perky seemed all out of sorts. When I arrived, she sat, exposed on a gate, softly calling. She ignored me completely, and the food I offered her. I felt like I was losing her. Later that day, I found the same cat camping in the bushes, waiting for another try. So I sprayed the bushes with water from the hosepipe. I did this twice in the last 2 hours, shortly before I found Perky on the ground, right where the cat had been earlier. She seemed completely unaware of the danger and was happily warming herself in the sun. This is when I concluded that I'm just not equipped to keep her safe outdoors. A parent bird would feed her higher in the trees. A parent bird would look out for her while she learns to forage. A parent bird would move her to a different location in the presence of danger. None of these things were possible to me. I decided that to keep her safe, I would need to recapture her. Thankfully, we make a pretty good team, and Perky and I had agreed that this specific branch in the hedge was a great place to feed. She would often be there waiting when I arrived for food. So I placed her cage with the door open right next to the branch and waited till the next feed. I didn't film her catcher, as I just wanted her to be safe, but it turns out I should have. When I arrived at the cage, Perky was sat calmly inside the cage, asking for food. I walked over and fed her first, and then slowly closed the cage door. She didn't resist or attempt to fly away at all. I like to think that she wanted to come back indoors. Within a few minutes of being back indoors, Perky was back to her old self, but with some new tricks. Her flight is so much stronger, and she is lightning fast, and as always, bags of charisma. So, on to plan B. Whilst Perky remains in my care, she will need a larger cage and more room to fly indoors. Her new cage is 3 times the size of the first. Inside her new cage, there's a lot going on to keep her entertained. The doors are rarely shut. I've made the whole room bird safe. That's 3 by 4 meters of free flying space. I work from home and spend 8 or more hours a day in the office, so she'll have plenty of company. And I have to be honest, I quite enjoy having her around. I need to teach Perky to forage for food, so I decided to up my game. A quick visit to the local pet store to pick up some wax worms. These kind of look like large maggots. I guess they're generally fed to reptiles. I wanted something that wouldn't escape too easily, like crickets. I was surprised that she knew she needed to kill it by squashing the head before eating it.
What a good girl.
She is beginning to learn her song and often serenades me while perched on the computer. I write software for a living. I think she overheard that I'm looking for software bugs, so given her new skill sets, she tried to lend a hand. But I think our interpretations of what a bug is are very different. Of course, when she's not helping me rid the world of bugs, she can always warm herself on the laptop.